Nyx tilted her head to the side.
Is that you have a silly mane cut?
She asked, pointing at Velvet's very large, poofy mane that looked like almost a beehive. Velvet laughed and nodded. Well, yes, but a lot of mares were wearing their manes in a bouffant back then. No. Do you notice that little bulge I have in my tummy? That bulge was shining armor. A bright smile of understanding burst into Nyx's face.
You were pregnant?
Yes, I was. Velvet said as he took another bite of her sandwich. However, it was only a small bite. The way that she could keep speaking. Oh, I was so worried back then. I don't know if I could have gotten through it all without Nightlight. He's so cool and calm under pressure. One of the reasons I married him. But still, you'd be surprised at just how fast 11 months can go by. With another turn of the page, Nyx's eyes went wide as she looked at the first picture in disbelief.
Is that really shining armor?
Velvet nodded, a motherly smile on her lips. She looked at the picture. She looked horrible in that photo. She looked exhausted and her mane was a wreck. But what else could be expected of a mare who had just given birth? Still, missing her forehooves, curled up against her chest, was a little white foal. Yep, that's him right after he was born. And if we turn a few pages... A few flicks of magic, and Velvet reached the page she was looking for. The page started with a picture of shining armor and Nightlight going camping. But Velvet focused Nyx's attention on the fourth photo on the page. Velvet, once more, looked horrible, but there was something in the picture with her. A small little foal with a lavender coat and purple mane. Nyx's eyes were as white as dinner plates. She was transfixed by the picture.
Is that really?
Yes, that's Twilight, Velvet said with a warm smile on her face. Hard to believe, isn't it? Nyx could only nod her head as Velvet turned to face the album. The pictures on the next page feature a number of other memories from when Twilight was young. One where she was being held by her older brother Shining. One where she had made a mess of herself eating mashed carrots. Another when she was a little older, when she was about to head off to magic kindergarten. Then, there was one where Twilight was looking out for the interior of what could be best described as a book made of force.
Circle! Get it out! I don't think I can take this much more! Hey, look, it's Smarty Pants!
Nyx cheered, pointing at the photo of Twilight holding up a Smarty Pants for the first time. Velvet cocked an eyebrow as he turned to look at Nyx. You know about Smarty Pants?
Mm-hmm. Twilight gave it to me,
Nyx said. Velvet made no effort to hide her shock as her jaw dropped open. She did.
Well, actually she didn't just give her to me.
Nyx nodded anxiously.
I found Smarty Pants in a chest at the library when I was putting something away. Twilight told me about her, and I knew Twilight didn't want me to touch Smarty Pants after that, but I wanted to play with her. So, after Twilight took me into bed, I took Smarty Pants out of the chest. I only meant to play with her for a little bit, but then I kind of fell asleep.
There we go. That's my heart. Nyx's smile regained its strength to look up at Velvet.
But the next morning, Twilight said I could keep her.
Nyx said blushed a little.
Oops, I meant Mom said I could keep her.
Mom, Velvet echoed, her mind trying to wrap away a sad thought. Nyx nodded, looked back at the foam album.
Yeah, Twilight's been asking me to call her that ever since the adoption was finalized. And I know she's my mom. She's the best mom in the world, but since she's found me, I've always called her Twilight, and
it feels kind of weird to call her something else, doesn't it? Velvet said, to which Nyx replied with a nod. I know what that's like. Velvet says he rested a hoof on Nyx's shoulder. Nightlight's mother wanted me to start calling her Mom right after the wedding, even though she was technically just my mother-in-law. Sounds like my grandma. But the thing is, she didn't do it for herself. She didn't do it because she liked being called Mom. No, she did it to make me feel welcome. To feel like I was really part of Nightlight's side of the family.
So, do you call her Mom?
Nyx asked. Velvet shook her head as a small chuckle escaped her lips. Nope, to this day I still use her real name. But that's okay, because I know she thinks of me like a real daughter. Not just a daughter-in-law. Nyx's smile widened as she leaned into Velvet a little, getting more comfortable as the pair resumed looking at the photo album. Still, as Velvet turned the page, Nyx glanced up at her.
Twilight says I should call you Grandma or Grandmother, but I will if you don't want me to.
Velvet tensed a little. Truthfully, she and Nightlight had, for months, been in agreement about Nyx. They both felt Twilight was too young to be taking care of a filly. There was no ignoring the amount of metaphorical baggage Nix came with. The shadow of what she had done was something that would hang over Nix for decades, if not centuries to come. It would burden whoever took care of her. To Velvet, it also felt like Twilight had done things out of order. A pony used to meet a nice stallion first, then date some more, then get engaged, live together for a while to see if things were going to work, then get married. And only then are they supposed to raise children. That was the order. That was the way it was supposed to go. It was simple as an ordered checklist. Velvet knew her daughter was capable of following a checklist. But Twilight had given Smarty Pants away. Something Velvet thought would never happen. She herself tried to give Smarty Pants away before. She tried to donate the toy to a good charity when Twilight stopped playing with her, but Twilight didn't allow it. And after that, Twilight took Smarty Pants and kept the toy in her room at Celestia's school, just to be sure no pony gave her away. Yet, Twilight had given Smarty Pants to Nix. It was a gesture that spoke volumes.
You know what, Nix? You can call me Grandma if you want,
Velvet said as she hooked a hoof around the filly's back, gently hugged her. She then turned her attention back to the photo album, turning a few pages.
Here, let me show you a picture for Twilight's first nightmare night. She got dressed up as a book and was just so cute. Spike! Nix! We're back!
Twilight shouted into the house as she, Cadence, Nightlight, and Shining came in from the cold, weighed down by their heavy-laden saddlebags.
How did it go?
Spike called back from the kitchen.
Great! We got everything off Mom's list.
As if drawn out by the mention of her name, Velvet poked her head out of the kitchen door. A bright smile then flashed onto her face as she quickly trotted up to her daughter.
Oh, thank you. I was so worried. I'd never be able to get around to everything on that list after my late start this afternoon. Now, you did get the right kind of peanut butter for stuffing the celery, Twilight. It has to be chunky. Otherwise, those little raisins won't look like ants on a log. But, Mom,
Twilight stirred.
What are you doing out of bed? Oh, come now.
Velvet said as he began to rummage through Twilight's saddlebags.
You honestly didn't expect me to spend the whole day lying in bed, did you? Yes!
Twilight, Velvet, Twilight, Nightlight, and Shining all said in unison. Velvet winced, then blushed as a small smile crept over her face.
Okay, I'll admit, I probably wouldn't have been able to get going on my own. But when Nix brought me lunch Spike made, I ended up showing her the photo album. It was just the thing to cheer me right up.
Velvet then turned and shouted back towards the kitchen.
Nix! Clear the table! Okay, Grandma!
A smile burst onto Twilight's face as a hopeful ring entered her voice.
Mom, does this mean?
Don't get ahead of yourself, Twilight, Velvet said firmly as she lowered her voice.
I still agree with your father, but...
Velvet let a small smile creep on her lips.
She is a sweet filly, and I didn't see any harm in making her feel welcome, as long as she is part of our family.
Now, Velvet barked, before quickly turning her hoofs. We need to get everything put away, especially the groceries. So come, march those flags into those kitchen. Up 1, 2, up 2, 3, up 3. Twilight and Cadence shared a giggle, while Nightlight rolled his eyes. Velvet was back to normal. Running the house like putting away the groceries quickly would somehow save Equestria. Shining, however, didn't share in the giggles of his sister and wife. No, his brow furrowed and jaw clenched as the hairs on the back of his neck began to stand on end. Come on, Shining. We need to wash those new plates before we put them away. Velvet called from the kitchen. Sorry, I was just wiping my hoofs. He called back, before stepping forward towards the kitchen, while forcing a smile onto his face. Here, Mom. Let me get that for you.
Shining, enough,
Velvet said, waving off her son as he lifted a few clean plates and put them in a cupboard.
You've been hovering over me ever since you got home. I'm fine, really.
Are you sure? You aren't feeling dizzy or not yourself?
Shining, I'm fine,
Velvet said firmly again, as he picked up a tray laden with cookies and mugs filled with hot chocolate.
And I appreciate all the help in the kitchen, really. But I'm not a senile old mare who's going to drop everything because she forgot that she was carrying something with her magic. If any pony needs your help, it's your father,
she said as he began to walk towards the kitchen door.
He's still fussing over the fireplace, and he won't stop until some pony tells him the log looks perfect.
Shining nodded and followed a few steps behind her his mother. The rest of the family was gathered around the living room, wrapped in cozy blankets. Twilight sat with Nix and Spike in one small chair. Kane sat on the couch, keeping a pace warm for her, and shining the chair. And Nightlight was at the fireplace, focused carefully on assembling and stacking the logs in the fireplace.
Why hasn't he lit the fire yet?
Nix asked, as she, Spike, and Twilight continued to watch Nightlight work. He's still working on getting the logs straight, Twilight answered.
But how can it be so hard to stack logs?
Very hard, Nix, Nightlight answered, not taking his eyes off what he was doing. The perfect hearth-warming fire is a tradition from my side of the family. If the logs aren't stacked right, the fire won't be warm enough, or might not be bright enough, or I'll be able to see parts of wood. No, the perfect hearth-warming fire looks like a magical fire, burning out of thin air as it hides the logs from view. So, how much longer is it going to be? Spike asked as he simmered a little. My skills are freezing. Not much longer. 10, 15 minutes tops. Now, Shining, get over here and hold this log up for me. Spike groaned and retreated further into the blanket as Shining walked up beside his father, holding up a few logs in place while Nightlight carefully packed and spread the kindling.
Hey, Twilight, can we go burn that little log I got while we wait?
Nix asked. That's not a bad idea, Twilight said as she and Nix got up from the chair. We're going to be at the pageant tomorrow night, and the princess's holiday party the next day. So this is probably the best time. Run up the stairs and I'll grab our coats and meet you at the back door. Nix nodded and was soon scampering up the stairs to retrieve the small, thin piece of wood. At the same time, Twilight began to get into her coat, while looking back at the rest of her family. Anybody want to join us? No way! I'm cold enough as it is! Spike said as he cocooned himself in the blanket that was left on the chair. Nope. We have to get this fire ready, Nightlight said. Shining, move that just a little. There we go. Now hold it there.
I think I'd rather just sit here and get off my hose for a bit, if you don't mind,
Velvet said, before taking a ginger sip of her hot chocolate, testing the temperature. What about you, Cadence? Twilight asked as he slipped on a boot. Cadence nodded as he rose from her seat.
Sure, sounds nice.
Are you sure? Shining asked, glancing away from the fireplace. It's cold outside.
Yes, I'm sure. I haven't seen Candlelight at night since the wedding, and getting a little cold will make snuggling in the castle with you in front of this fire even better.
Cadence levitated the coat out of the closet, at the same time grabbing a cookie off the tray Velvet had brought from the kitchen.
Just call us when you're ready to light the fire,